Hello everybody and welcome back to another installment from the League of Dracula. This is a Group A match between Captain Gyro and burcmali. Captain Gyro is playing as Hunters and burcmali is playing as Dracula. Say good luck both in the chat, and with me in the commentary booth we've got the current Group D leader. We've got WcKaczek here. Hello, hello.
Hello, it's me, your favorite Dracula player.
Hi. You're just taking a break. You've done all your hard work in your group. You're almost done. You got like 1.5 foot in the final league.
Yeah. But almost is very important word in this sentence, because I can bet that Warcraft will make me work some more if he has anything to say about this.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. So we're taking all the action. We've had a lot of action recently from Group C and Group D, just because there's been a lot of, there's been excitement everywhere, but I haven't focused on Group A so much, just because of timings and things. That's why I was really happy to spectate this game. Oh, is that a great strength?
And Mystic Research.
Oh, right, okay. I tried to read it with the small font, but I didn't read it correctly. Right, that's good to have, and it's not too revealing for, if Dracula knows they've got it, it's not a big deal.
That is true.
So yeah, the situation is, I don't know, I think they've played Gyro. So at the end of the game week 3, we're in game week 4 now. Gyro was top of Group A with 5 wins out of 5. Randiv is only 1 win behind, having played a game more. So the only defeat was when Gyro beat Randiv, and obviously they're going to have to play each other again. I can't remember if it's this week or next week. I think it's next week is the final game between them. So obviously for Gyro, this is a vital game because he has to keep this winning streak going and try to stay 1 win ahead of Randiv. Especially since the IDS between them. Actually, Randiv's IDS per game is slightly better. So if he beats Gyro, they'll go equal in wins, and unless the IDS is very, very minimal, Randiv will go above him. So Gyro has to keep this winning streak up and try and get a big victory here. burcmali is fighting for 3rd place. He played a game, I think, yesterday or a couple of days ago. I don't know what the result was. I don't know. Did you tune into the match between burcmali and Wormtalon? I think it was on
don't
Sunday.
Remember, to be honest. I think I was checking something, but it was like with one eye.
Right. Yeah, because I wasn't free on Sunday, then Sunday. Oh, Galway and Athens. Okay, so that's 2 extremities checked. Yeah, it was just one of those things where I was just really busy on Sunday, and it was only then when I came back to Discord, I was like, oh, there have been 2 games. Oh, well. I can't do anything about that, especially if they weren't scheduled in advance. They were like last-minute things. I was like, well, I can't commentate. But yeah, burcmali's fighting for 3rd place with Spencer. Spencer's got a game in hand over him, and now probably got 2 games in hand because burcmali played against Wormtalon. And then burcmali has to play Spencer this week, so burcmali's got quite a busy week. He's got 3 matches in a week, but yeah.
Yeah, and actually Captain Gyro is leader with perfect score for now, but burcmali has only 1 win. So it may seem as, a match with a high discrepancy, but you never know what happens, right? Last week we had a match against Quincy and Ondra. It was similar situation. Quincy back then had a perfect score, and Ondra, I'm not sure if he even he probably had like 1 win, or maybe he had only losses back then, and still Ondra pulled off a win. He caught him as Dracula like few times, punched him a few times with few items, and that was Dracula dead, right?
Yeah, it was a very quick win. Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
By the time the streamers got on, it was over.
Yeah. So you need to be prepared that many things can happen. Even for a moment you underestimate your opponent. Let's say you don't have any scouting, few stuff start maturing, trail starts going, and you suddenly feel pressure, you feel lost, and you don't know what you're doing, and you may lose.
Absolutely. And we also saw in Group C, right, where Philly was off the back of a fantastic double win against Mr.
That's
Green.
True.
And then Fangs of Fire, who again, I don't know if it was maybe like 1-3, I think, at that point, then got double win against him. And yeah, as you said, anything can happen, especially in this game. It's slightly different in this case because Gyro's Hunters, but burcmali's been in the community for a long time. And you know, as Dracula, you never know. Can easily, as you said, a couple of quick matures or something, and that could be it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Usually the day 3 is like the big pivot point of the game, right? Will be the rumor token, will there be newspapers, or will local rumors in London. Quite important check.
There's naval presence earlier as well, day 1, I think.
Yes, and 1 scouts. So lots of like scouting events. This is like very swingy stuff about those events because they usually are useless early, but are very crucial late game. Like 1 scout, 1 local rumor or evil presence can really swing the game with it can pinpoint Dracula location, and with all the stocked up events and items, this is usually the end of Dracula. But early, they usually say totally nothing. But if they happen to find Dracula on like day 1 or day 2, it can also be really swingy then.
I guess it gives you like false information, and that not false information, but the fact he checked your location and Dracula wasn't there. Well, that still gives a little bit of info.
Yeah.
In terms of like, but yeah, I agree. It's not like finding him. But then I think I'm kind of the opinion that finding Dracula really, really early, like day 1 or day 2, might not actually be that advantageous. Because I feel like as a hunter player, you suddenly get a bit nervous and go, "Oh, we have to go and get him now." So it's like, well, just stay in supply. You can catch his first encounter normally. Just you don't have to rush off to get him, kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, I am of opinion that it is always advantageous. It is just the question if you can use the advantage. Like, for example, let's say you reveal that Dracula is UK. It like suddenly can help you so much to be able to prepare Helsinki and other hunter for the next few days, or like Ireland, right? If like it was in my game against Quincy, I did a lucky guess. If I missed or I didn't did the guess, it would set me behind, right? And the early information can help you adapt. Like, do you know
that's true.
if he's in Constanta or Varna, then and Mina and Helsing got full on really good items, you may know that probably keeping on 1 stake may be more important than keeping on Heavenly Host or Knife even, right?
Or to trade, a chartered carriage or something in advance. It's extremity location. Yeah, no, exactly. That I agree with. Yeah, I agree. But I think if it makes you nervous and not remember just hunter fundamentals, it can be a real problem. Oh, nice wax cylinders.
Okay.
Oh, I mean, burcmali's kind of off, sort of like the older meta, being in the community for so long. Could have easily tried to hide there. So that was the thing. No rumor token.
Yeah, but usually it goes in pair. Usually hide goes with rumor token, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Unless you want to protect hoax, but there are only 2 hoaxes in a deck. It is not that good of odds to start with hoax in your starting hand.
How do you feel about this use of Mystic Research early? I've got certain opinions about it. What do you think about it?
I'm not sure. I mean, if he has poor items and poor events, I think it is fair, because if he still gets newspaper reports at night of day 4, it can help him a lot. But if he's, for example, holding on newspapers right now and his items are okay, I would probably prefer to do some other night actions, trade tickets, and set this up. I usually prefer like having Mystic Research to supply on both item and event, like after staking, after fighting, and all of that.
Yeah, I'm leaning a little bit more recently towards the latter, where you want to use it once you've had to expend an item because of encounters or because of a fight. You can then supply on the move, which I think is very valuable.
Or like when Dracula escapes as wolf, as bats, maybe you can get some scouts or some revealing event from the bottom of the deck to get it quicker.
Yeah, I guess I completely agree with you. It depends on what he's got in hand.
Yeah.
If he's already got his newspapers really early doors. If you got a decent event like a renewed vigor or something, then maybe hold it, I'd say. But I think that the fact he's played it, he has to use them because you don't want a hoax to mature and then suddenly you've lost all that.
Yeah, that is like a nasty. Especially there are 3 encounters before presumably a vampire, so there may be something nasty to mature.
Surprising return as well. No sign of an ally.
Yeah, this can be really irritating.
Yeah, but at least you have it, just in case.
Yeah. So sometimes it is better to get this way around, so you know that you can search with first ally. Sometimes it feels bad, like, oh, you got Jonathan. Okay, I will ally just in case. Then you get newspapers day 5, and it seems that Jonathan isn't useful, and then you have no other ally.
And then you get surprised return literally the next day, and you're like, oh, why? Why did I ally you? Yeah.
So.
Okay, it trades between Van Helsing and Godalming. That's interesting. I wonder if that's Lucy's revenge, or if Godalming has something that Van Helsing has to take off.
Godalming had 3 events, and Helsing had 0, so it. Helsing had 1, so it might be, since there is a hunter event on top, it might be just to relate some pressure.
Yeah, poor Mr. Greeny's got a match at 1 a.m. tonight.
Oh wow! This is especially at his position. Like, he needs to fight.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but if that's what he's arranged, that's what he's arranged. But yeah, the joys of transatlantic matches. That's the only downside with this tournament compared to the regional competitions.
I also like the late rumor token. In my games, you could see that I use it quite frequently. Because it happened to me a few times. Oh, Geneva. Okay. That sometimes when hunters were really well stocked on like fighting items and events, there are some aggressive hunters that just chase me, and if I mature like unrumored vampire or some other less important stuff, who cares, right? Sometimes they just chase after me and kill, and and even with rumor early, I matured the vampire, and it clears my trail and tells hunters where I was. But this is like the little bit middle of the road. It puts pressure on hunters. It like really forces them to commit on searching the trail, because then can be too much to gain for Dracula.
And the other cool thing with this is, by the time he gets to the second week, on the Monday, he can put down another rumor token, and they'll be at the perfect spacing. So if one does mature, it doesn't wipe the other.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm kind of now agreeing that, as hunter play becomes more and more efficient, you find ways to disrupt that. And I feel, as much as getting just 7 points on the board really early is nice, I feel, you might just get overrun a little bit later on in the game. If you hold... Oh, interesting, okay. If you hold your rumor tokens until later, or you put down other encounters first to give you good things like hoaxes and bodyguards and the like, and then save vampires for later, or if you do kind of what Quincy does in his Dracula games, or Mettking did it, where it does more of a obfuscation type, lots of sea movement early and the hunters don't know where he is. And it's wasting a lot of resources trying to find him. That's better, I think. I think it depends on the player too, and also where in the map. I like this.
Yeah. There are, because it depends if you as Dracula count that your first location will be discovered by newspapers or not. Because if it will, then putting rumor there doesn't give you that much. Okay, behind the veil.
Oh, Fog, bodyguards, aristocratic, desecrator, and rats.
Yeah, that's so mediocre. Bodyguards. Obviously, losing Fog hurts.
Desecrated soil is alright. depending on what he wants to do next, and bodyguard's okay. But yeah, it's not the most powerful hand, so getting rid of that fog is very well timing for him. Yeah.
But
Still fighting vampires in his hand. I guess that's what his rumor token is.
It may be telling, if he has like not top tier encounters in his hand, but he got through some of them. Where are they? Probably on the trail. And it's also interesting because revealing first encounter with newspapers, it is, let's say, easy, right? But it is Europe. There are a lot of connections. He may not even be that quick to find the rumor token.
Yeah. It's 3 away from Geneva. That's still quite a lot of locations, really. Godalming, if he, depending on how this thing in Geneva goes, if he uses a stake or something, he's going to have to move to a big city either side, Marseille or Paris to resupply. Okay, well that tells him a little bit, but the chances of Dracula moving there is somewhat risky.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's decent. Well, that behind the veil's now kind of. I mean, he got rid of the fog, which is decent.
Yeah.
But the other information he gained is kind of lost now.
This is true. Also, this is nice for Dracula in a sense that he has something to dig for, right? He knows, Dracula knows that accelerating encounters as fast as possible accelerates his third fog of the game, which is important. Ooh, and no cards. Interesting. If he decided to not show, or
maybe. I guess he kind of realised that Dracula's not good. Well, if Dracula goes to sea now, that's probably decent timing for that. But maybe he's not in a position to.
Yeah, but going to sea right now tells so much to hunters. Like, there are not that many ports where actually Dracula could be, right? It is either Italy, North Germany, or like
Western France.
Yeah.
Or Marseille.
Maybe let's say
they can find Marseille quite quickly.
Yeah, let's see differently. There are many directions, but you just know you can check direction by direction, and if you find one location, it really tells a lot about the trail.
Yeah, I'd agree. I think the benefit here is that he's cycling. He's got his encounter economy up, which he didn't because he didn't. Did Dracula discard lots of cards?
He did.
Okay, so he's just improved, and as I completely agree. If he'd got the Discred Soul and then the Behind the Veil came out, that wouldn't be decent. But the fact he's accelerated and potentially gets that chance to get the fog back again, yeah, that's massive. Yeah.
My general approach is always discard 3 cards with soil.
Yeah, it depends. Again, a lot depends on what you've got and the timing, but.
I mean, I always discard. The best hand you can have is 2 fogs, 2 bats, and fighting vampires, something like that probably. Then I would usually discard the fighting vampires and just to go faster.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It is
interesting.
I treat it like an item deck for hunters. Let's say Godalming has Knife, Horse, and a Heavenly Host. Do you stop ever supplying with Godalming?
If you get rid of one good item, you're going to probably pick it back up again.
Yeah, and also, if you have so many good at the start, it means there is a lot of low-tiered bottom. And you have to go through them.
Dig through that.
Yeah. The sooner the better.
Unless you keep all the good stuff and you just hold on to some and you mingle through some of the bad ones and put them on the trail in between, maybe.
Yeah.
Depends on the timing too.
But just, start putting the good ones, right? I mean, if you have perfect hand for 5 encounters, then you have like whole week of good encounters. And what do you do next? It's just start putting them down.
If it was triggered at a specific time where I needed something, if it wasn't fog, but if I wanted, like, for example, a spy, because I knew, right, next turn, one lone hunter who is ill-equipped is going to jump onto me, I can use the spy to make the situation worse, blah, blah, blah. Then, or bodyguards, for example, if you know that somebody hasn't got a weapon. But Yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think
yeah.
as a general rule, I think you're
Yes.
never going to have such a loaded hand that you're going to be like, oh, I don't want to discard any of this. There'll be something you'll want to discard.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it is like I'm saying general rule. Like I
Yes.
feel
Yeah.
in Fury of Dracula there are no always rules, like 100% always. Like even about night supplies, even about long night, there are some niche scenarios when it can be like useful or you can make it work, right?
I don't know how I feel about this psychic scan. I don't like this. I
Yeah.
feel like Adami should have checked Marseille and Mina should have stayed put or checked something like Nuremberg to see if he's potentially wolf forming from Prague, for example. I really don't like this. I know she's got horses, but she's on her own, I think.
Yeah, I
Army
mean,
doesn't have horses.
from Geneva, he has actually quite a lot, like big number of connections. If he doesn't find them, let's say it's 15, right? And this is the only location he doesn't check. It can be Hawks, Bodyguard, and you know. Oh, hypnosis. Oh,
Oh, he's in
Italy.
Italy. Oh my god. Wow.
Interesting.
Well, so psychic scan would have been enough.
Yeah.
Well, that's somewhat of a win for Dracula, though. The fact that he's spent. Wow, I don't. Oh, nice dark. Well, yeah, the dark hole here is okay because he's going to get the health back. But he's still not putting an encounter down.
Yeah. I mean, we talked about this a lot, so I will not repeat myself. But I don't like dark hole, like in almost any situation.
Yeah, but he's got a whole trail to deal with, so like it's not. I don't think it's causing too many issues.
Yeah, but he has fogged Vic 4, so he can.
Yeah.
A week from now, he will have 2 encounters less, deeper in the encounter deck.
Yeah.
And he could be further away. Right now, like he knows where is the wolf form, and he can run away from that.
Unless he wants to do something like really nasty, like he wants a specific encounter combo. I know Wax Cylinders is up, but because we know he's in Italy, like where is he going? He's probably heading towards Bari. He's going to head across, right? He might want to leave like a double vampire situation with hide in Bari, put a rumor token on it, and then leave, and then they've got to try and deal with that. And if this other rumor token matures, then it's still on the trail. They have to deal with it.
Captain Gyro goes for aggression.
I guess he realized he must have been beyond Genoa. I quite like that. I still feel like he should just take Marseille in the first place, but
yeah, I mean, this stuff is maturing, right?
Yeah, that card matures. I guess it's Milan or Marseille, whichever one it is. It's definitely. Oh no, it has to be because it's beside Geneva. Yeah, it is Marseille. Yeah, it's definitely going to mature now. Yeah, he should just gone to Marseille
or Milan.
Yeah.
It is one.
No, there's no rail. There's only a rail connection between Geneva and Milan.
Yes, because it wasn't Zurich, it was Geneva. You're right.
Yeah. They went to Zurich to hypnosis. Yeah.
So what is the wolf form? He went to Italy. He was there. Then he wolf formed, and after wolf form, he is still in Italy. What's going on?
Yeah, that's very weird, actually. Yeah, what's he done? He went from. Oh, hang on. Has he gone from like Rome and then wolf form back to Venice?
Wait.
And then he's gonna move to Munich.
No, I know. He probably yes, it's something like that. Or he went now. Milan, and then Venice, or like Florence, Venice. Yes, Florence, Venice,
Milan, Venice,
and then Wolfram to Rome.
Right, so it's either from Rome to Venice or Venice to Rome then.
Most probably, unless he's just in Italy and he's just, hey, I'm getting my health back, so I'll just mess up hunters, and it worked. Hypnosis was used, right?
But imagine if he Darkhold, he's missed the opportunity. If he is in Venice, he missed the opportunity to move to Munich yesterday, and then he could be moving out of Munich today to like Zagreb or something.
Yeah.
I mean, if he gets the encounters he wants, then okay. But yeah, this is definitely going to mature. Imagine if it's like a hoax or something. That's going to be gnarly.
A lot of Dark Call usage this tournament. I feel like half of
Yeah.
the games they were, there's at least one Dark Call used.
Yeah, it's definitely seen some use. Yeah, I like it. I mean, oh wow.
Okay.
Goal. That's a little bit risky, but I mean, good catch.
So what is here? Double
Yeah.
hoax?
I mean, that would be kind of cool if it was a double hoax. When did the Behind the Veil come out? That was after he placed the rumor token, so it could have been. It could be double hoax.
Yeah. Or bodyguards. Bodyguards are stronger than people think.
They are, yeah.
Because bodyguards are usually when you have like encounter bodyguards, it doesn't seem that powerful. Okay, weapon reveal, 2 night heals, it doesn't change that much. But bodyguards is mature effect. It is an extra encounter that you carry with yourself.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly. That's the way to think about it. And it can't be cancelled by a forewarned either.
Yeah.
It's not like any other encounter where you ambush with it before the hunters jump on and like, I'm going to forewarn that. It's a guaranteed 2 damage. And if you've been able to weaken them with a spy, yeah.
Yes.
Or exactly. Oh, that was what I was going to say. That would be decent.
Yeah.
Because if you target Mina, move to Munich.
This is.
She's not going to jump onto Munich, is she?
Yeah.
But I think it'd been better if he'd gone to Munich last turn rather than Dark Calling. But he wanted to benefit from the healing from Desperate Soul, then okay, I don't mind it.
Ooh.
Okay. Not really powerful events, but you've only got 1 weapon.
Yeah, and not important like item information. It's not like she's carrying surprise heavenly host, right? Or surprise bullets.
Yes.
Usually want to protect those.
Absolutely, and look at that double rumor token, like we said. That's now. I know they got a day to deal with Genoa, but like, we don't actually know where it is after Genoa. So, Mina or Gadami's gonna have to pick right here after Genoa. I mean, Mina's got 2 days to check.
It is.
Is he gonna?
So as we talked, it is probably Rome or Venice, right?
For which the
rumor token.
Where's Wolfform 2? Oh, right, the new one.
No, wait. Wait,
which
the
one?
rumor token is Florence, most probably.
Yeah, probably, yeah. And then the new rumor token is either Bari, I'd reckon, or Munich.
I wonder if it's the kind of idea, okay, I put rumor token in 20 and I go to every neighboring location to protect it. So whenever hunters want to go to 20, they, for example, use stake on the hogs. Maybe there's some fog or bats. So you know that whenever you step a neighboring location, you get something nasty.
Yeah, and the fact that Gadami, he didn't use a stake on it, but Gadami doesn't have a stake. So if this is a fighting vampire, he knows for a fact Gadami won't be able to deal with it, like conventionally, with a stake. I mean, he's gonna have to go into fight, and there's only 1 day he'll have, only 1 chance he'll get to do it.
But how do you know he doesn't have stake?
Well, he didn't use it on. Well, he didn't use it in Geneva.
Yeah, but when you check it and you see this fighting vampire and you see there's a rumor token after, you just leave the fighting vampire. So you just check without the stake, right?
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, it very depends on the strategy. You are like more of the diligent clearing area. I will not let any vampire mature, rumor, right? But there are a lot of players that play like that. They see, oh, you put like a new vampire without rumor, and you have rumor a few locations further. Take the new vampire. I don't care.
No. Like I would do that unless I knew I had resources to deal with all of them. Mm-hmm. If I was forced into a situation where it'd be too difficult to stop something from maturing. Interesting.
Wait.
I thought he would layer that. Huh. I thought he would layer that.
I think he probably misunderstood something. This is almost, I want to say almost 100%, which is stupid sentence.
because he can't. He's not going to move there, and then misdirect falls off the trail.
Yes.
Oh, unless he clicked misdirect by mistake, and he realized he didn't want to use misdirect, so he misdirected the thing that's going to fall off the trail anyway. So all he's done is just not layered it.
Yeah.
I would assume.
Yeah.
But no, the reason I was saying that is because normally, like, hunters which are a little bit less experienced will just instinctively use stake.
Okay.
Because they're so scared of knife fights. That's why I was saying it for. It wasn't in a case of, not letting things mature. It's a case of they would just instinctively use stakes.
Yeah. So you're saying that Captain Gyro is inexperienced hunter, and you expect him to use stake on every occasion.
That was maybe that's what I said. Yes, I did. I'm not saying that. I'm just hypothesizing. Oh, what?
Ooh, renewed vigor. That's.
Oh, I guess he. Well, okay, that tells me he doesn't have a stake then, because he would go into Florida and he wants to day fight this vampire, or Milan or Venice or wherever it is.
Or where is Dracula? 38, 59, or Bari, something like that. So maybe he just wants to end this quickly.
Maybe then he's going to have to jump. If he's in Bari, he's going to have to jump onto Rome first, or Venice, or Florence first, which means he's going to get hit by stuff. Oh, are you supplying?
He's searching for. Maybe he knows that.
Searching for stake.
4 cards, they're like 3 stakes or something.
Maybe there's a stake in the discard pile, and Mina has one.
Oh,
is there another one? There's 2 stakes in the discard pile. What? Oh wait, did he move? What's all this about?
Yeah, he moved. He moved to Florence.
I'm in the item.
Yeah, me too. Okay.
Oh, I don't know if I would ambush.
Yes, Godalming got ambushed by Reckless.
Oh, maybe he does. Maybe he did pick up a stake then. Wow. With 2 of them in the discard pile and 1 of them in hand.
Godalming used horses. Did he use horses?
I was in the item screen. I didn't see. Did he move with horses?
I mean, on previous turns.
No, he's only moved by train.
Ooh.
He chartered carriage to Geneva.
He
moved normally to Zurich, and then
yes,
did he use train to get to Genoa?
Yes, because he had 1 ticket left. After that, he used tickets at 9. So it may be...
did he supply to get the last horse, and now he's moving with it?
No. He didn't use horse to move. So, but he has one.
If he knew you only had to move 1 space, then why would he? Oh, yeah. Okay, he's got a stake.
He's got a stake, yeah.
You don't do that if you've got a stake.
Whoa, renewed vigor to clear. How?
Well, if it's saving 7 points, maybe it's worth it. I don't know. It depends on how you value renewed vigor, I suppose.
Yeah. How do you value as the prime hunter in the community?
For me, it's the ultimate catch Dracula card. I think that's its primary function. But then, if you flip it in the sense of Gyro needs to get, lucky that wasn't a lair, that would have been awkward.
Surprised he didn't go to Milan.
Yeah, me too. Well, is there a way he could have? Yeah, he could have gone to Milan then flipped over.
There's
a guy in Venice. Despite him having wax cylinders. Oh, wow.
And it was wolf form. What is...
Well, he's very... I guess burcmali baited him into the idea of, you've used wax cylinders twice, I'm never going to use hide. And then now he wolf form hid. Well, that's fair enough.
Imagine that instead of hypnosis, he used... he used wax cylinders.
Yeah.
But this is... I hope it was his genius plan. And it worked like that, because this is really, really evil, and I really adore it.
Yeah, burcmali's played this game a lot. I don't think he makes a mistake with the interface. I think that was a genuine idea he's got. We'll have to find out afterwards.
He forced hypnosis with wolf form hide. It's like, I don't believe it.
And he's also forced renewed vigor, by the way.
Yeah.
I feel like, so the other thing I was going to in that conversation, Gyro knows if he wants to try and beat Random to first place, because there's a risk that Random might beat him. I'm not saying Random is going to beat Captain Gyro, but he needs to get a huge IDS win. So saving 7 points early that might be worth it.
But how hard is to win the game without renewed vigor?
It is definitely much harder. Yeah. Not impossible, but I feel like if you have that renewed vigor in your unless has he got double renewed vigor, and he knows he can use one now to deal with this stuff, and then later on he can use the second one, because that's something you could do, and I've done it sometimes. If I've got 2 renewed vigors really early on, I can sit there and go, right, I have confidence in myself that I can play the second renewed vigor properly to get onto Dracula and win the game. I'll use the first renewed vigor to stop something really important from maturing if items are not working out my way because of supplies or whatever.
I kind of understand it, but as Dracula, I will happily trade 7 influence points for renewed vigor. Like I would.
Well,
take
I
it
would
always.
too. I would too. I would agree with you. Yeah, I would too. But then a lot also depends as the hunter player what you've got backed up.
Yeah.
If he's got fortunate and he's swimming in good events, then he can afford to use renewed vigor this way.
But he's not that high on events too, right? He supplied a lot of Dracula events.
Well, but maybe he's just got lucky and got good stuff, but then Nina hasn't got good things. She's got surprising return and good luck. That's hardly top tier.
Okay, yeah. You're right, yeah. And no.
No, and Mystic Research got used. We know Sword's got wax cylinders. That's one of the things he's got.
Enchanted Courage already got used.
That got yes, that's true.
So he has. So it is the opposite of what you're saying. He doesn't have that many events, and he already used some of them.
Yeah, so I feel as a hunter, I think even if all this stuff, I mean, this vampire's going to get staked. The one in Florence is going to get staked. There's 2 rumor tokens gone, but Dracula's still getting some little victories out of this.
Yeah, but on the other hand, you are right. Because of the Dark Hole and because of the wolf form hide, if both those vampires get cleared, actually, if Captain Gyro has second renewed vigor, it isn't that good position for Dracula.
No, he's not that far away, is he?
Yeah.
We thought he was wolf forming from Rome to Venice, and then it was going to be Munich is where the hide is, and then 2 away from Munich. He's only 1 away from Munich.
Yeah.
That's not great. And if they've got excellent weather to block Valona, and they've got fast horses to chase, conventionally, this is Oh, he supplied. Oh, she had to ditch a heavenly host.
Oh,
he might regret that. He might regret that supply. But then again, as you said, items are more expendable. So
yeah, and item deck is getting reshuffled.
Yeah, that's because of the Mystic Research helped sink through that.
And renewed vigor too. The renewed vigor was like 3 extra supplies actually. Because Helsinki also supplied before moving off to UK.
Yeah, Seward was the only one who moved twice. No, he did, yeah. Seward only moved twice. So he didn't supply. You're very lucky he didn't put a layer of Genoa, because he would have got hit with that, but he might have just gone to Milan anyway to get around it. Yeah. Very, very interesting. Yeah. But then, if he gets both rumor tokens off the trail and Venice isn't anything really threatening, then Hunters are still in a decent position. Weirdly.
Yeah.
It's just
only 1 location. Okay. That's interesting, but a quite efficient use of wax cylinder.
No. Just for an aristocratic.
Yeah, you kind of have to do that. Then, but without the stake.
Yeah, so that's fine.
But Seward doesn't have stake. Seward doesn't have stake, right? Anyway.
I don't know.
You do know.
Do we know?
Yeah, 2 were on Discord pile. You said it yourself.
Oh, yeah, exactly. You're right. Yeah, and now all 4 of them. Yeah, you're right. All 4 of them are Discord pile now.
Yeah.
And
I'm toying with you.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. In terms of events, Godalming's got 2. Stewart has nothing. Van Helsing has 2. Mina's got three, but we've seen 2 of them, and 2 of them are not very strong.
I mean,
So
surprising return, actually, in my opinion, is one of the strongest events.
Fascinating. Okay. Do tell.
Well, imagine Dracula lands from the sea, and you're able to check the worst location, like it's not Cagliari, or you don't know if it's Cagliari. How much it changes of the entire dynamic of the game and next turns.
That is true. It's like a mini hired scout. It's like on tap. You can use it whenever you want. But,
yeah, but
you
it
need
is
to have.
Yeah.
You'd have had to have picked up an ally card. If it's Harker, fine, you might search with it normally. But if you pick up an ally card, you have to then put it into the discard pile. Imagine if you get Rufus or Aggie, you're going to dump that to search. You're not going to dump that to search, you're going to ally normally, unless you get the second one.
Yeah, I'm not saying it is easy to use, but I'm saying that if you are able to use it, okay.
I think he has a weapon, no?
He has. So
Knife.
Interesting why he moved Godalming. I know why. It is actually really good. Because Godalming is 1 item already, and he doesn't have a horse. If he guesses that Dracula is on the east, it is efficient move for Godalming, and yet Sword can go and chase Dracula, right?
Yes.
So.
Oh no, he's not going to. Oh well, never mind.
I mean, it is still not bad because he loses day action for day action. It accelerates Godalming, and but as a move, it was still like in good direction for Godalming, right?
Yeah, sure. And I mean, we don't know what Godalming has. I don't think he could have an excellent weather. If they know it is east, he can just hop across immediately.
He doesn't have an item, so like.
Yeah, that's why he's down an item is pretty awful. Unless he trades with Seward, so then Seward gives him 1 item. So even though Seward's down an item, it's more equalized.
Maybe Seward has 2 horses.
That's also a possibility. Yes. Yeah. And because Godalming revealed the knife, he can now swap it with Seward or not swap it with Seward. So you don't know now what weapon he has anymore.
Yeah. Like moving with excellent weather to 55 without knowing if Dracula is really there and without a horse would be very rush decision.
Well, that's why I was surprised. I was surprised that Mina didn't check 59. But if she was down an item from the staking the vampires, it makes sense that she would resupply. I don't have a problem with it. Yep, all the stakes.
And Mina has 2 damage, but he still is working on ticket economy. So.
Yeah.
Ooh. Nasty misdirect.
Yeah, that's also probably the reason why. But then it's 59 because it would be 58, 41. Could even be 60. I think 60 was clear. Oh, where was Mina?
Mina went from 60 to 38. She directly moved from 60 to 38.
So it can't be 60 then.
Yeah, but
it could have been 41 and then back to 60, and now 36. Ooh, like, all the evil presences have been used. So
or even if he makes just a damp obvious move.
Yes.
It still is problematic because if it is like 59, then great. 1 horse with Godalming on Seward and you know this, right? And how many hunters do you commit right now without knowing if it is the right direction?
Yeah. And imagine now if Mina goes to check the east, say 49 or 53 or something, then she rolls slow.
Yeah, exactly.
You're committing all the way over here and you don't know it yet.
Or you roll fast and it's not on the trail.
Yeah.
You just moved 2 spaces away from Dracula, possibly, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So those timely misdirects are really, really nasty. Like, it is very
underutilized skill, I'd say.
This is true. Even like I feel I underutilize it just because I like encounter economy so much and putting encounters. I sometimes have an approach like, okay, let them find me, but let them spend time and resources on encounters. But actually, one misdirect can waste so many resources, like so many movement. It is so many supplies less, which is not only items but events.
Absolutely. Yeah, I agree. I think I'm the same with you. I fall in the same camp as you, that I work on the longer the trail, the better. But there are times where misdirect just causes so many issues.
Yeah.
You can even do it like from something I tried to do in the league last year against Quincy, then it failed because I didn't misdirect because I was a numpty. Leave from Spain. Oh, what? Night Supply? Oh, well, he got away with it.
Yeah.
Has he still got Night Supply from Mystic Research? Really?
I think he does, because he had three or four.
Well, this is really good for him because he can check.
Yeah,
an extremity like 49 or 53 or
but
West,
he's not getting items, and Godalming is low on
yes,
one item less.
That's true. He should really get up to once he ascertains which direction, he should just go up to like 58 or 25 and just supply one.
I'm surprised that he moved with Seward, who is full on items, to Big City, and he didn't move Godalming, who is and he supplied twice with Godalming. And Godalming was full on events, but low on items, and Seward quite opposite, so it feels like you should doing reverse what they just did.
Yeah, I agree.
But maybe he has some reasons. Maybe Godalming has good tickets, and he doesn't want to leave the rail.
Maybe. Yeah, there's a problem with Munich. Its rail connections are a bit nasty. Alright, so he's not... He could still be in Paris now, right? Because he could have gone 41-51. And he's in Paris, and he's just going to sneak into Spain. Or go east, as you said, yeah. It's just the fact that Van Helsing is committed this way, rather than doing English Channel. He's left all this northern France open now.
Yeah. Well, but it is tricky situation. This Dracula is really tricky person, we have to say. The wolf form height, which was actually with good effect. Now we were talking how difficult position Dracula has because everything is clear. And he cleared his trail even more, but he improved his situation by doing this, which is...
Yeah, funny how it works, right? Yeah. Okay, he's not in Germany, but then we didn't really... I mean, he could have been, but he's either now, I don't know, Bucharest. He's moving to Bucharest now, for example, or towards Valona, Salonika, or he's now western French coast, and that's just opposite ends of the map, and that's not ideal at all.
Yeah, but I think that he actually excluded quite a lot. So if he checks now 51 and 24, he knows Dracula is east.
Yes. Yeah. But will he though? That's the question. Will he do that?
Yeah. And also 59 and 24 are not easy locations to check.
No, especially with horses, and even if he discovers they're not there, he's moved a whole day away from where Dracula is. Say, arguably, too, if he goes to 49 or 53, and he's not there, he's still moved a whole day away from... I mean, it's a little bit better, because, Godalming and hopefully Van Helsing can get onto these rail lines to do some things, but...
So maybe scouts were better to use on 11 and 49, and then you only have to check left is 53.
He searched with it. Well, he has surprising return, right? So that's fine to search.
Yes. But he checked 51, as I said. So maybe it is his strategy of excluding all of the east, and actually, I mean, not all of the east, of the west, and actually all of his hunters are well positioned to go west. So he can almost certainly do that.
Yeah. The only way he could be east now would be he's in 15. He went 41, 60. Because by that time, I think Mina would have left. So I think Zurich was open. and then 24, and then 15. That's the only way, and that's such a narrow path that Dracula could have taken. It just looks more and more likely.
And then still he's very close to Hunter, so he wouldn't gain that much from all of those moments, right?
But then just imagine an alternate, like the Hunter's just instinctively just dashed east anyway, and he's bought himself so much time. And the fact that there's no risk of evil presence, there's only one local rumors left.
This is true.
The risk of him getting caught is quite unlikely. If you had both evil presence in the deck, he probably wouldn't do that.
But he uses so much time supplying. He didn't move. Again, he didn't move Godalming to Big City.
Yeah, I'm really surprised. Yeah. I guess he wants. I guess maybe just keep on the rail line. I guess that's what he wants. But
another Heavenly Host in the discard. Like Mina likes discarding Heavenly Host, it seems.
Well, I mean, she has knife and something else that we don't know yet. Maybe she's already got a Heavenly Host, but that'd be pretty unfortunate if she drew all three. Oh, searching with Rufus Smith.
Yeah.
And if that's with Mina, she's going to have to reveal something else, but she revealed good luck. So
she already discarded 2 events, so she may not even have good luck anymore.
Interesting.
So, here's a neat interaction. Sarajevo. Wait, 49. So he didn't check 24, which
he
is
didn't check 24.
Unfortunate. Because then he would know for sure that 4.
I think with the timings, I think it's possible that Dracula was able to move to 60. I think it was free.
Yeah, but he would need to move through 24.
Oh, it's still night supply. My days. Is it really good odds for him? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
But
yeah, what? Alright.
What the... Mina wasn't the one using surprising return.
Oh, so there are 2 of them. Okay, so they had both. Okay, that makes sense then. So at least you can bring it back later. The thing I'm worried about with Dracula is that he's done all this obfuscation, and I really like what he's done. But the thing is, this is only end of week 2. Has he almost done it a little bit too early, and that the Huns will be catching him towards the end of week 3 potentially now?
On the one hand, yes, but on the other hand, if he's east, he has few days before hunters will chase him, and he will have already full trail. He goes to sea, and
no rumor tokens though, sadly. But yeah,
2 more days. I think he can safely survive, like Sunday up to Monday, like 2 more days.
It means he's not going down to Athens the direct way. He might have gone 53, 6, 50. So that's 59, 6, 50, 55. He could be in Athens now, or in Valona if he went via Salonika.
He could even move through 53, you know, if he misdirected to make it.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So he went 59 to 53. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's going down the rail line way rather than down the Adriatic sort of coast road.
It is dangerous way because with charted courage, even without horse, it is like the way of the death.
But then again, his odds. He's shown 1. Oh, he's still supplying with no items. Wow.
Godalming likes supplying, and Captain Gyro likes supplying. I guess he like. Oh, I know. Maybe he has newspaper reports, and he just supplies, and trade will reveal itself.
I guess then Godalming could just sit in reserve in 25 for when Dracula swings round again. Why is Van Helsing not moving? Why is he still supplying? Oh yeah, he's really desperate. He really doesn't want to move.
He got so many items and events. And he doesn't even heal his damaged hunters, which is interesting.
He's just been night supplying.
Yeah.
Well, it's not hard scouts because he would have had to Because he has to keep holding on to that surprising return. I dread to think what else he's having to ditch. Well, yeah, 4 ditched events in a row.
But here's nice interaction. Do you prefer to reveal completely useless first to discard event on Mina, or do you want to reveal an event that is important, but she will keep on that event for longer?
I see what you mean. Yeah. Maybe the latter. And then by the time he does use surprising return to do whatever he wants, he reveals something else. Maybe it doesn't matter. He's on top of Dracula anyway, so Dracula having the additional information doesn't make a difference. Maybe.
Yeah. I personally like the showing event that will probably stay on longer, because if Dracula sees how many events are being rotated, it gives quite a lot of information, especially that if Mina discards her revealed event, it goes into discard pile revealed too. And there's six discarded hunter events, and we don't know if these were long nights.
Oh wow! Okay. Well, you were right. Papers. Oh, look at that, and it was 53. Yeah, maybe he did know. Maybe he just you got newspaper from earlier. Maybe we had newspaper. Yeah, he must have. Yeah, he must have picked up a newspaper. Or yeah, maybe a double newspaper in the first week or something. He held it. He's like, well, I'm just going to supply my way and just reset the game almost. It's like week 2, like the end of week 1 all over again. It has week 3, so there's a bit more jeopardy involved here.
Yeah. I mean, if he has like renewed vigor, CG, money trail, forewarned, and all of that good stuff, he may just win at week 3 and just don't care, just thanks to all of that supplying, right? Let's see how he'll move then. Now.
He's very lucky. He did all those night supplies, and he didn't give any cards to Dracula.
But how many did he had 4 night supplies from Mystic Research? So
yeah, but he used at least 3 of them.
You mean before the round of night supplying?
Yeah, I think so.
Honestly, I didn't pay attention, but I think that he was keeping them for quite some time.
No, I think he used some night supplies. Well, Mina definitely supplied immediately after getting the Mystic Research. I think there were some. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think there were some that were used. I'll have to watch. I'll watch the replay of this and go like, oh no, obviously not.
Okay, new vampire.
Mina didn't heal, so.
And doesn't have a stake, yeah.
She does have a. Does she? She. Oh yeah, true. She doesn't have. Yeah, you're right. I misread the combat screen. Oh my god. Yeah, does have a stake. She could get beaten up quite badly here. Yeah, that's very interesting. Gyro just reset the entire game. I was just like, right, okay, we'll make it end of first week all over again. And I'll try and catch you with all my great events.
And he was able to do that because he cleared all those vampires and all those rumors. So he wasn't actually under any much pressure. Maybe that was really a good strategic decision. You know?
Yeah, and he was at positions on the board which allows him fairly easy access one way or the other. And the fact he got quite a lot of scouting cards, he was able to rule out more or less where he was.
Yeah, he's still holding on one surprising return. There were a lot of prompts at the beginning of the day, so if it's Speedy Telegraph and Renewed Vigor, he may start with surprising return and maybe kill Dracula tomorrow.
Maybe. Depends if Dracula overcommits to staying here.
But still, his economy doesn't seem that good. Stewart rolled slow.
No, it doesn't seem good, does it?
And there is a lot of stuff in here. Dracula went through almost all of his deck, so there may be bats, there may be saboteurs, and all of that can stop Renewed Vigor.
Yeah, that's a very good point. We haven't seen any bats yet, have we? Yeah, that's a risk. And also there could be the second fog. We haven't seen either.
But
So
also
that can
Saboteur. If you move on to Saboteur with your first action, you lose second action and night action.
Yes.
And
Yes. Yeah.
you don't want to lose Renewed Vigor to commonly estimated as low encounter saboteurs, right? That would feel really bad.
And we assumed with the Desperate Souls and things that they got discarded into layers or whatever, or just discarded, but you never know.
Yeah. Actually, right now, saboteurs are good encounters because Dracula will probably move soon to sea, probably, like we can guess. And so then, what? One hunter will be left to deal with that? Does it leave it for mature? Or two hunters and then just slog through all those saboteurs, bats, maybe even aristocratics without stakes, or just leave. Even if you want to leave WcKaczek with New Vampire, you probably will still meet some encounters and you be hit by them, right?
But even if is matures, there's still going to be at least one thing behind it, maybe two things behind it. You know, Dracula could pop a rumor token, assuming he doesn't go to sea, obviously, right now. He could pop a rumor token on this, first space encounter, so they're going to have to deal with that as well. They might have a stake between them all, but he's still. Ooh. Right, he might. Yeah, again, a good renewed vigor here could potentially spell disaster for Dracula. Okay, I like this. This is kind of forcing the hunters to. They have to commit further into all this
mess. If this renewed vigor won't work, won't kill Dracula, it may be then Dracula win. No more renewed vigors. Maybe. And hunters will commit east when Dracula leaves east. How do you go back? Okay, surprising return. Yeah.
Look at that.
Rufus.
For search. Really need. Yeah. Oh. It means that if he's been used for search effects, he's not being used for sea. He's not being used for the ally effect. So Dracula's not going to get punished for much for going to sea.
Yeah.
Or as much.
That's true.
Oh, not Athens. Okay, so where could he be? He's 5 away from Szeged.
The safe guess is on any port right now.
Yeah.
Because when hunters are closing in, it is probably a good idea.
No, is the screen oh no, we're waiting for the comms. Okay, that's fine. Oh, do you really pull the trigger? I mean, if it's Valona, best case scenario, it's only going to be... Mina might be able to get there, but his economy hasn't been good.
I mean, Valona, if you roll horses, if you have a yellow 2 ticket, you can go easy to Valona. If you have yellow 1 ticket, you need.
Which is what he probably will do, right? The fact that he's trying to. Oh.
Okay. So is it Renewed Vigor turn?
He has to.
Wow. He goes anyway.
Yeah, I'm really surprised, but I agree with you. If he has to supply with Van Helsing here to try to get a hired scout to pinpoint him. I think. Christ. Whoa.
Okay. Can he count?
Jesus.
Okay, he has 2 hired scouts and 2 allies in that event deck.
And the event deck is not very big, huh?
That's true. 28 events is really, really thin. A lot of games end when there are more than 30 events. Okay, will he win now?
But I completely agree with you. If Dracula manages to get out of this without taking any damage at all, or very, very minimal, this is so good. I mean, I know it's only Tuesday, but how you're not going to do this again, right? You're committing not to deal with that now, so that's 3 points on the board already. Then he's got a rumor token to deal with, plus the thing before it. No Rufus Smith, so Drac can go to sea as long as he wants.
But with Rufus Smith, if he doesn't take much damage, okay.
No. And War Form is available.
Only rain.
Really? That makes sense. You wanna...
Wait.
Yeah, you definitely... What?
He...
Okay, that makes sense. You don't want Mina to get delayed, because that'd be awful.
She will lose so much.
Is he just gonna stake this vampire again?
Okay, he seems to have a stake.
This is holy bullets. Because the whole deck got reset, right?
Yeah.
Oh no, but wait, but Gadami hasn't... Oh no, isn't Gadami down an item? He's been supplying in Venice all this time.
Yes. To be honest, I don't remember if he supplied or not.
I don't think he supplied an item. I think he's down an item, you know.
Yeah, because at night he healed, right?
Yeah. Because he never went to Munich. I'm so confused. Oh, there's the trade between Seward and Godalming. Maybe Seward gave him something, and then he knew Seward was going to go to Munich to supply.
No, but after trade, Godalming had 2 items.
Did he? Still?
Yep. That's why I said that I was surprised that 2 items Godalming stayed in Venice and Seward moved to Big City.
Whoa. Okay, that's very strange then. Maybe he is down an item then.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awful.
Well, we'll see. Maybe he just kills. Vigor, right? Maybe he just kills Dracula right now.
Maybe.
I mean,
but then
burcmali play suggests that he doesn't have item if he fights like that, right? Yeah,
no,
he has 2
down.
items.
He only has 2 items, and one of them has to be a weapon because the stake got used. So.
Scan. I mean, it makes sense in a way. It could be that Dracula is trying to hide, like backtrack somewhere, but...
Oh, but that'd be... I mean, maybe if you go on Bucharest, then Galatz, Klausenburg, Budapest, but it's so risky that a hunter just walks into you.
Yeah.
You don't have to play the tricky play now. The whole tricky thing with the wolf form hide in Venice. You don't have to play tricky now. Just this is the time as Dracula that you just lay down a massive trail, and they're going to have to then start making really difficult decisions about do I deal with this or not. So maybe that's the thing with Dracula. You need to know your time of when to play tricky with a good misdirect. Or oh wait, who's this? Seward. Where are you going? Are you going to Salonika?
Varna, maybe.
Oh, no. Oh, whoa.
Where? He's in Sofia. Wait, he can die now. Both Godalming and Mina has still 1 action left.
Yes, but do they have... Well, Mina has a horse. Is she going to roll well? Does Godalming have the ticket?
No, he moved with rail, so he has to use horse. Or
is he gonna roll well with horse?
Yeah. Or sense of emergency.
Whoa. Or sense of emergency.
Yeah. Okay.
And Seward is stacked with items. He's got the horse plus 3 other things. No holy bullets though. But you could wreck it probably like a heavily hosed gun and maybe like a surprise crucifix or something.
But it is interesting because it was a situation when renewed vigor is quite surprising, to be honest. Hunters are far away, have no idea not only on your position but also on your trail. It's not like you are 2 away, right, from last known position.
Yes,
like
that's right.
5 mysterious locations. So
yeah, but in the end, he was only 2 spaces away.
yeah. But like moving to Sofia feels safe, right? I have some time before they commit, and there is some locations, to be cleared. So the totally surprising, dodge. The totally surprising renewed vigor seems to be working, right?
Yeah, I wonder if they've got consecrated ground, are they gonna box him in and then commit to a fight tomorrow?
He can renewed vigor. He can wolf farm away to a port. You can't block every port because one heavenly host is in this card.
And because they've used renewed vigor, they won't have the movement to get to him. Yeah. CG is not very good here, is it?
If it was 4 CG, it would be possible because he would be able to leave not that many locations open. But yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay, and should got out of that. Alright, is he going to go for the 3v1? Is he going to be able to get to the 3v1?
Yeah, but if he gets Lucy's revenge, surprising, not surprising, lucky find, plant ambush, and suddenly you're dead.
Or give the chartered carriage, if there's another chartered carriage on Van Helsing, give it to Gadami so he can get in with... But he's down an item still. I really don't like this.
Maybe he has lucky find, so he doesn't care.
Yeah, that's...
It was few times.
Both crucifixes in the discard pile.
Yeah, it was few times in this league that, I noticed your comments that you were surprised that someone is going down an item, and then it appeared that they were just going with lucky find around.
Well, that's the way to do it. If you don't, if you know that, the only way that'd be bad is if you walk into an encounter that's going to hurt you. But if your only intention is to jump onto Dracula, then who cares? Yeah, just go for it.
Okay.
Oh, Gadami didn't get there. He rolled slow.
Oh,
wow.
This is such a big turn. Like, because even Heroic Leap isn't that terrible for Dracula right now. This should be a devastating fight. Yeah. He can move forward to Athens and go to sea without Rufus and surprising return. He has enough health to stay to week 3.
And as long as he wolf forms, I said, to Athens, he is out of reach of Godalming. Oh, that's not a very good mob, unfortunately, because of the item situation on Godalming.
It is
I guess if the vampire's going to mature, he wants to get the benefit out of it, which makes perfect sense.
Yeah, 2-3 damage, especially on a damaged hunter. It stacks.
If the fact that Zezged looks like it's going to mature now, actually I kind of like that, because you can easily miss the effects of those encounters if it gets wiped off the trail. So just doing the damage makes sense. Yeah.
Because it is really tricky. Do you mature the new vampire now or not? Like, this is tricky question. It is only one, but what is on the rest of the trail? But probably you do, because even if there is a vampire, you don't want to mature it to clear the rumor token, right?
Yeah, you've got a
Oh wow.
Oh, imagine if you got that first.
Yes. This is how you could call it an academic example.
Yes, absolutely. He could have found that out beforehand. Wow, he's gone all around the houses.
But he went from Varna to Sofia, so he went from safe location to possibly you lose the game here location.
Maybe just before he didn't expect him to renew vigor, maybe. But the fact he's flying so much, you have to play very riskily.
Yeah, but
I'm surprised he didn't wolf form from Varna to another port to throw him off. But
it does seem working for him, right? Because he played as he did, opponent played renewed vigor, and it didn't work.
Well, we'll see if Mina gets in here. But even then,
Mina has knife and
something else.
Random item. It is. She's supplied for a few turns, so it is filtered item, but it is not like she supplied from the beginning of the game. And this is like the best items that she can have.
Yes, that's true. That's true. Maybe she has a heavily hose. The fact she kept discarding heavily hose, or maybe she has double knife or something. But I think you still matured this new vampire because you got Varna to deal with, Sophia to deal with, you have Athens to deal with, and then you just leave, and you still made them commit far over. They've used renewed vigor.
And influence matters. Like, we are at the point where influence matters. Like, if it is a first or second week, sometimes you have no idea if influence will pay like any game, right? Maybe will die before, and you want some resources to survive to that long. But right now, it seems that the one day will make probably a big difference. Yes.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Okay. So.
Didn't jump in.
And he doesn't have any event. What?
He didn't even try to get Mina into the fight. I know he's got a lot of items, but if this goes badly for him, Seward could die here. He might have a great strength, so maybe just like, I'll just try to survive with Seward. But
how about Circle?
Oh, that's a good point. But sure, you'd take Mina in and try and do more Wow.
Yeah.
And then I guess if you're Dracula and you see the hunter wholly circling out, then that's like the best. I don't know if that's a word. Using holy circle to get out, that's like a win.
After renewed vigor.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Dodge. Okay.
Oh, good dodge.
Is it Heavenly Host incoming now? Maybe.
Oh, I don't know.
It wouldn't be that bad.
Maybe.
This is like the win-win situation. If he gets beaten, at least he doesn't die. If he doesn't get beaten, he does massive damage. So.
I mean, also think from Dracula's perspective, if he doesn't take the damage from Heavenly Host.
Yes. Yes, but Stewart can die now. It is week 4. If Stewart dies now, he doesn't play much role until the end of the game. He doesn't have simply time to go from the hospital, supply back, and get in position.
But it's also it's the fact that Dracula will gain so much influence.
This is true.
He'll just accelerate with the new vampire maturing, and then they've got to deal with the other new vampire. So Mina and Dami have to deal with it, not Seward.
Okay, escape.
Oh,
Heavenly Host.
Ooh.
Okay.
I mean, I still think even though he's doing 4 damage here, if Dracula's able to kill Seward, I still think that's a win. That's a massive win.
Yeah, but
he's just accelerating the game.
Yeah, but he used strength. If he used claws now, I think it would be beneficial overall, probably to Dracula. But he didn't. It is strength, so like, still, knife is on the table, right? Still, he can protect himself with gun.
Maybe Dracula, you mesmerize now.
But then you probably don't kill him, because fangs don't deal damage anymore. So.
Well, that's true. But then maybe if you got a second claws in hand.
Escape. This is really good.
Oh. Well, that changes everything.
This is massive. Like
that is massive.
Plotting is hunter killing card.
Yeah, that's a massive play by Dracula there.
So, do you plot for fangs or claws here? This is interesting.
I don't know. Or do you... Wow, or do you go for the strength? Because Sword might play something to counter the claws or the fangs. You break that, and then you claw him afterwards.
Yeah,
fang him afterwards.
Most probably...
You get the timing right.
Yeah.
He's got 2 rounds, because Sword could just dodge final round, right? So... Oh, wow, he's on the edge.
Okay. Mesmerize.
Interesting.
Rifle.
Oh.
Ooh.
Well.
Yeah.
Oh, it means you can claw him for free now. I guess
not for free. Maybe he can have 2 rifles, or rifle and a pistol. Right?
Yeah, he could do. Or if he's got great strength, so he can escape. This escape gets cancelled.
Yes, and then he dodges.
And then he just dodges. Yeah, and then he can heal at night. But then. Because Dracula can't feed in this situation, it's just too risky.
Fangs, okay. But knife? Knife. Oh.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh, he can't die now, because he'll just play rifle. Oh, wow, he didn't play strength. I'm so surprised.
Or claws.
Yeah.
Maybe he expected escape, as you said. Maybe he expected, he will use escape to have a dodge for last round after usage of plot. So he has 2 fangs, and he realized, I fanged 2 turns in a row, right?
Well, in this case, fanging makes...
Ooh, strength.
Well...
Okay, he breaks
the rifle. That's okay.
Yeah.
Fanging wouldn't have been too bad there either, because you get the 2 health back. And Sword doesn't die anyway, so it doesn't make a difference. And you'd see if you have great strength or not, but he's broken the rifle, which is still good. It means dealing with this Sophia vampire is even more difficult.
I don't think breaking rifle matters that much, because Dracula doesn't plan on fighting anymore, right?
No, I meant it for trying to deal with Sophia.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe. I would much rather prefer to have 1 point of influence and possible bite and 2 more health right now.
And 2 more health, yeah.
Or even claws.
I'm just surprised he didn't claw with the knife. Because even if he took the damage from the knife,
Yeah.
he
Then
would
he
be
kills
able to
him.
kill. He'd be able to kill Seward. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing, and that's just such a massive win for Dracula. He'd be up to, what would that be, 5 influence, 8 with his new vampire.
Maybe he plotted for
And-
strength. Maybe he plotted for strength, so he had only, fangs and strength, and maybe plotting into escapes or free escapes.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah,
That's-
maybe
that-
you're right.
That's always the case, you can say whatever you want about Dracula plays, vampire fights, and then because you don't know what his hand is, right? Maybe his hand forced his hand.
Yes. Yeah, as always with Dracula, yeah, it's always a case, yeah. Oh.
Okay, very tense. Like this game turned for not happening anything for almost a week to just sudden boom.
Yeah. But I mean, still, I know Dracula took quite a bit of damage there, but it isn't damage that, he's not now hobbling around with 2 health, for example. He's still got enough health that he can do a wolf form fairly safe. He can go to sea a little bit. He can then feed. And he's getting influence. He's used up 2 renewed vigors and hypnosis.
Yeah.
It's not perfect for Dracula, but it's not far from. It's not.
But do you use?
It's not terrible either.
Do you use wolf form now?
That's a good question. Do you have? Well, I mean, if they pick the right, if Gadami moves first and he picks the right seal put on the port, then you're probably. Well, are you? You're against a 1 item. It could be 2 items if it's lucky find. Sud only has a knife. Are you safe?
If
Maybe.
yeah, like because will Mina join, and if Mina joins the fight and it is 3v1, you probably lose the game. But if you use wolf form, you will not have wolf form to land from the sea. If you go straight back, straight to the sea.
Even just going from Sofia to Valona, Adriatic, and then wolf form into Genoa, that's still pretty decent. I know it's on the rail line, but they're all going to be having to deal with. Oh, well, that changes things. Oh, it's very weak CG though.
Yes, it is just 2 locations, but he's blocking the 2 most important ones.
Yeah, that's true.
Interesting.
So maybe he does have to wolf form now then. Or does he? Unless you gamble on the idea that Gadami doesn't have forewarned and you pop fog into Varna.
Or, I mean, Mina showed Speedy Telegraph, so none of them can have a forward,
so just the one
which is tricky.
Right, any of them can go first, okay.
And also,
then I guess...
if does Mina have movement card?
Well,
one.
Van Helsing doesn't have one to trade because he's just used up his last event.
Yes.
If she has chartered carriage, she can get to either port. He's got to misdirect it as well, so he's going to tell Dracula where he's going.
Ooh.
Oh, really?
Why? Why not Salonika? I mean, forcing.
What?
I think that forcing Dracula to Varna is strictly better than Salonika, because even if he goes to sea, Mina used a ticket, so maybe it is telling that she has chartered carriage. Maybe.
But then, does he have what's that? He's misdirecting? Oh, you misdirect Constanta, and then you wolf form, and the Huns don't know, have you wolf formed to Constanta, or you've just made like a fake mini wolf form to Salonika?
But
now, it would suck because you're having to use your wolf form now.
Yes.
when you land, but it might be enough for you to... Oh, is he taking damage?
Yep.
He is taking damage.
Okay.
And he could have also wolf formed to Zagreb, for example. He could have played a really sneaky move here.
Yeah, but Zagreb, next to Mina, Helsinki's combat ready. Helsinki's close.
Yeah, but at the same time, Helsinki has no events.
Okay, this fight went surprisingly well for hunters.
But not game ending though. That's the problem. It wasn't well enough.
But game can end right now.
Yes, if he picks right and forewarned is on the right person. Yeah.
And actually, if Dracula was forced to 17 Black Sea, then he's not really in good position. He will take ages to go anywhere, and hunters can prepare supply, heal, and all of that. Okay, so he had a ticket.
Oh.
Probably good. I mean,
but then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I mean, doesn't matter because he just wants to go to sea a bunch of times and then just land in the 4th week.
Yeah, but he needs to make 1, 2, 3 movement. Maybe with Vampire Lair 5 movement, having little bit of health.
But Sophia's going to mature unless they deal with it. But so it's down an item. He's only got 1 combat item. So does Godalming. Only Mina is but then if Mina's going to deal with Sophia and not dealing with anything else, then
that's true. Mina is good for the psychic bond, right? To find Dracula after landing.
Exactly. I mean, she might just move to Sophia now, and then the psychic scan, and it'll tell him if you're in Constanta or if you've gone to Klausenberg or 59. But if he's gone to 59, he gets away with this, and he clears Munich. This is just amazing for Dracula.
Yeah. But also very dangerous. That's right.
But if they keep committing east, they're going to have the movement to catch him.
He's still
The horse economy's not been great. Yeah. I'm really surprised.
I think if now's the time to move Helsinki, just to make sure.
Block. Yeah, you need to block 58 and 38.
Okay. He has a lot of tickets. Okay.
Oh.
1v1.
Forewarned.
But even heroic leap. Fog.
Oh.
Very big fog. Because he can feed for free now.
Yeah. And the hunter with all the items is stuck in fog.
Yes.
So Sophia is going to be even further along the trail before she gets out.
She's the last person that wants to stay and supply.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And the fog is really important. Feed will do double job right now, because it not only gives health for Dracula, but also moves the trail, so the wolf form will go back faster when he will be at sea.
Yes, that's right. So you can feed now, and then that's Wednesday night. Thursday night Black Sea, Friday, Saturday, Sunday Mediterranean. Will wolf form be back up? So Constanta. Oh. So feed Black Sea. UI, please. So Constanta's here. Feed Black Sea, Ionian, Tyrrhenian, Mediterranean. Not quite. But he doesn't have to fear consecrated ground like he would have done before. He can just land normally in Alicante and then do stuff, and then use Wolfram to get out of trouble. So I think Dracula's in an alright spot here.
Well, Helsinki Mina trade. Okay.
Yeah, I think he's in an okay spot actually. Yeah.
Yeah. If not both renewed vigors and CGs were used, I would say that hunters have advantage anyway. Just because landing with Dracula and making few steps is so difficult.
He didn't feed.
He didn't feed. So
Unless
he
wants to go to
plans to go to Cagliari or
maybe, and then hide and feed.
Landflow.
But
Yeah. Wait,
Hmm.
how's the timing work? Maybe he wants to get influence from the hide. Maybe he wants to go to Cagliari, feed, and then hide.
He's not going to get there in time. So it's Thursday moves to Ionian, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. No. Oh yeah, he could feed and then hide. But
Yeah.
then you have to leave again.
Yeah, but he gets more health and influence.
Then you're having to take 2 damage from the Mediterranean move from Cagliari to Mediterranean, so you're going to lose more health that way.
Yeah, but he buys time for wolf form, and he needs to make less moves on the continent.
Oh, okay, that's a way to think about it. Fewer moves on land, like the mainland. Yeah.
And so what if hunters supply? What are they supplying for? Third renewed vigor?
Yes. And like the only big thing now is money trail, but like we know he's going to Rinian, so unless he does something crazy and go Adriatic.
He can go Adriatic.
I think you just go to Turinian every time.
Yeah, I mean, I forgot he doesn't have warm. If he goes to Adriatic and Mina scans, I mean, no, scan doesn't give anything, but Money Trail tells where Dracula is, it can be death.
I mean, excellent weather is the only thing that can save the hunters now. But they might have discarded it. They've had to discard so many events. There could be a renewed vigor in here.
I'm surprised. Why doesn't he move to big city to supply?
Yeah, I don't know.
He has
just go to Varna. Just go to Varna or
you need
Bucharest.
To clear it anyway. You need to clear Varna anyway.
Yeah, you could move both Godami and Seward there. Spy up, quickly deal with Sophia, and then just run west. Will it be in time? That's the question. Huh.
Without items, how do you deal with new vampire? You need items.
I don't know. Yeah, you do.
Yeah,
and
if
you
not
got double knife,
weapons,
you just put. Yeah, if a couple of mesmerizers, and then you're screwed. You won't be able to kill it.
Is this downfall of Captain Gyro?
It might be. This is very close.
Yeah.
This is very close, by the way. This is going to go down to the wire. It might be. Wow.
Because Dracula right now has advantage.
He does. He'd be even better if that fight got slightly more in his favor, but yeah. And I saw Randall was coming in and out. Obviously, Randall's got a huge stake in this, because obviously if Gyro wins, he's just constantly keeping ahead of Randiv. But if Gyro loses, that puts Randiv in pole position for first place. It's still very close and he has to beat Gyro, but it's a much better situation.
Yeah, he just needs to win, not win and have IDS.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, IDS is then irrelevant. He could win with just one IDS victory and he'll still be ahead of Captain Gyro. Yeah. And also just psychologically, right? Just like
that is true.
You've had a really good start, and then if you start faltering towards the end,
sometimes it can be worse. If you do well, and then you have one crushing defeat, it can be worse than losing, and then getting back.
Yeah, exactly.
It may be the same number of wins and losses, but the ordering can affect your psychology.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, Ionian, no real surprise.
Oh, I know. I mean, a lot of Captain Gyro did up to this point. We were asking, why does he do this way, not this way? And he usually had a plan. So.
And he rolls slow. Oh man, his horse economy's just not been on point this game.
And
I probably wouldn't ambush.
Yeah. But you don't need
you want them to fight it at night.
Plant yeah. Not at night, but wait for the other days. And lucky.
Oh, wow! You called it. Yeah, well done. Yeah, that's a good use of lucky fight. Yeah, imagine if he. Oh wow!
He might lose this fight.
Yeah, and then is that going to change the game?
Imagine.
Because Mina's free of the fog now.
Maybe Captain Gyro is really a genius because we were like criticizing him a few times, and it turned out that he had really good ideas and strategy behind. So maybe he rode horses and he wanted to move on the new vampire to fight it. And he just got a free 3-day fight. That would be something.
But Sue's got only garlic reef.
Yeah.
And like Gadalmi's got planned ambush with 1 item. Also, Sud had planned ambush. Is it? Yeah, Sud had planned ambush.
No, sword is on Godalming. Planned ambush is on Godalming.
Yeah, but Sud had lucky find. Sorry.
Yeah.
Which I thought was Godalming all this time. So you just don't fang. Yeah, just strength. That's it. Yep. I mean, you could have strength Godalming because then he can't do anything. But
yeah, but John Stewart has knife, and we don't know what Godalming has.
Doesn't he have a knife as well? Or maybe not. He did reveal a knife at one point, and there's a trade.
Yeah,
he does. Okay. He does still have the knife. Yeah, double knife. Yeah, this is gonna be difficult to deal with. But you can't mesmerize Godalming, so he's gonna punch.
Yeah, or dodge.
You have to mesmerize Seward then.
If you have it. Yeah.
And then you got to strength Godalming, and then you escape. But then now it's a 1 health vampire, and not a 6 health vampire, which is what you want.
Yeah. You can even try fighting at night.
I didn't have to ambush. Just this is the time we don't ambush. Just hold it.
Especially that he knows that there is no stake.
But the lucky find could have gotten the stake.
Yeah. So maybe you wait. Okay.
Oh wait, that's a dead vampire then, right?
Yes, because this is double knife next turn. Unless it is knife right now. It is knife right
now. Oh man.
But good dodge. If he punched the vampire would be alive.
Yeah, funny that. Yeah, that's actually really well played by Gyro. Yeah, very well done. Oh man, that was his timer. That was the thing that was buying him time, and now it's gone.
Yes.
And then Mina can just clear Varna, and then off they go.
Yeah, and like damage doesn't matter. It is Seward and Godalming, right? Especially that Dracula will be so low on health that anyone will be able to kill him almost whatever.
Well, let's think about this. So he's in Ionian now. Turinian tomorrow. He's going to move to Turinian, and they move, let's say, best case scenario, to 59. He then lands in Cagliari. They go to Milan. He'll be able to feed. Oh, because they haven't got renewed vigor, so they can't move and then excellent weather on.
Yes.
Oh, but then Cagliari's like, he doesn't have to go and check Cagliari, does he? Unless Dracula just plays Captain Drac Sparrow and goes like all the way to the UK, and then they have to deal with Cagliari because it matures and he wins the game.
Oh. Yeah. 3 stakes on this card already.
Wow. Yeah. Oh, I love that was from the Lucky Find, right?
No, one is from supplying. One is from Helsing supplying.
Yeah, but like the last, was it 4 items in the discard?
Yeah.
From
5. No, 4. Because he didn't discard any. Because he... Yeah.
There's the garlic reef, yeah.
So he decided on garlic reef instead of rifle or garlic?
Yeah, that's very interesting. Whole bait for Heavenly Host maybe, but we didn't think he had Heavenly Host.
Nah.
So I don't get that. That's very strange. Yeah, that was Dracula's buying time thing. I've had that before, where I've put vampires somewhere, and then you have one bad fight and the vampire dies, and you're like, oh shit, like my guarantee of winning is now gone, and I'm gonna have to do this. I'm gonna have to actually, you know, they're free to chase me and do whatever they want.
Yeah, because if not, I mean, it's probably Seward. In all honesty, it didn't change that much, because Seward would probably pick the fight, and then Godalming would be delayed for the night. So it is
you know what,
not that much.
Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. Oh wow.
And the charted
Okay.
carriage. Okay.
And charted carriage. So he's even. Well, he's not that much further than he could have been. He could. Yeah, you don't get much benefit. Unless he wants to guarantee the move, I suppose.
Yeah, maybe he
risking
has
the horse.
ticket issues. I kind of feel him because it seems that the entire game he had ticket issues, and he was still holding yellow 2 tickets, and he wasn't able to get rid of them. How gracious! Captain still has a sense of humor here, even
he always does.
Difficult times.
It's just funny. I think like now the game has swung it back into the hunter's favor again, because now it's going to put pressure on Dracula to wolf form from Mediterranean in a way that he's not going to get caught, or Dracula commits and goes, right, I'm not going to win by much IDS, but I'll just run around and go to the UK and you won't be able to catch me in time.
Okay.
Oh, wow, well, that's very good for Van Helsing.
Yeah, Akimbo Helsing. And especially so late, when Dracula needs to escape so late, pistols can be better than rifle.
Yeah, exactly, because escape is bad is almost an irrelevancy this late. Yeah. Unless it's a 1v1.
Yeah,
you can get a 2v1.
Dracula has low health. Even in 1v1, if the fight goes to round 5, it usually means that either of the side won already by that time.
Yeah, but if he's going to land in Cagliari and then feed...
Again, yellow ticket. I mean, sorry for interrupting you, but this is something that really holds Dracula in this game. He would have died in the 50 after the renewed vigor if hunters had perfect ticket economy.
Yeah. Yep, and then gets delayed. That would have been, he had to. I mean, in some ways, maybe did he like use the Heavenly Host to search what that encounter was to know if he had to deal with it or not?
Wow, maybe.
If he did, then that's kind of good move. Find out if it was a fog or if it was something else.
Yeah. And especially that he could have expected that Dracula doesn't go 46. He goes to 17 anyway, right?
Yeah.
So he needs to wolf form there.
Yeah. I'm just thinking, imagine if Dracula had wolf form to 59 and he kept going, and then 100 stuck in such an awkward situation, we'd have to chase with bad economy, but if we don't catch him in time, then Sophia matures and that's GG.
Not really, because as we know, okay, one more C moment, so no Cagliari. I would have landed in Cagliari. It is.
Yeah, I think I would have done as well. Yeah, you're completely free to.
I mean, or really, because hunters move to 25 now, and you're afraid of.
Wow, that's true. That's the only way. Yeah, with horses you can't do it, but with the rail move, yeah. Oh, you're right. Yeah, and he hasn't got through the deck yet, so that fog isn't back.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, yeah, that's really scary. Yeah, maybe you do keep going. Has he got the health? Oh wow, he'll be on 1 health if he lands in Galway. But then he can just excellent weather cross and just heroic leap him to death.
Yeah.
Oh, man, this is really awkward. He really should have fed before leaving.
Yeah, because he would be landing now in Cagliari, right? He would be 1 C space closer. He'd be in Tyrrhenian, and he could see a situation.
Yes.
If he likes it or not.
Yes, and he has the health to keep going.
Yeah, and then he can land in Cagliari, force hunters, maybe some movement from hunters.
So what do you do now as Dracula? Do you play the sea move and go all the way to North Atlantic and just land and just hope the hunters haven't got excellent web to catch you? Or do you wolf form now to try to hide your location?
You don't have wolf form.
Okay then, ignore me. Right,
you have no wolf form for 2 days, which is nasty. I think that's the thing. If he wolf form, if he fed, he would have enough health
Yeah, to keep going and then wolf form. Yeah.
And then wolf form from the free sea obfuscation, like Irish Sea, English Channel, North Sea.
Yeah.
He would have
And
wolf
he
form
had.
and health.
I guess the reason why he didn't feed because he was scared that the fog would disappear or something. But you should know the timings. Ah, yeah, you really missed an opportunity there. Oh, you're right. He hasn't got. Do you land in Alicante?
I was thinking of that.
So scary.
If he had wolf form.
Yeah. You go to Granada.
Yeah.
But then the problem is then you wouldn't have the health to then leave to go to South Atlantic. That's the problem. You need to feed, and the hunters might not give you enough time to do that.
Yeah. But also, this is I understand the decision that sometimes it is the question of tempo. If he fed in place, it is one extra day for hunters to just move and be prepared, right? Hunters would be in exactly the same position, but he would be on Tyrrhenian. So right now, he at least is ahead of them.
Yeah, that's true.
Also, you mentioned, which is in my opinion interesting, you mentioned Wolfram to 59, but Mina checked 17. If he wouldn't be there, next turn Helsing goes from 7 to 38 because he had the ticket, and Godalming uses charted courage to go all the way up next to him.
Yeah, it's funny how that all panned out. Yeah, you'd have been you'd have been in 58 with the hunters either side of him, and then the only opportunity he goes to 44, and then they catch him. Yeah.
So
they just follow him up. Yeah. So that obviously now because he's taking so much damage, you can just hypothesize about it.
Yeah.
But in hindsight, that wouldn't have been a good move. He landed.
Yep.
So he did probably go to 1 then.
Because hunters have really poor horse economy. I mean, if without renewed vigor and without horse economy, it will take ages to go take to 12.
And both charter carriages have been used.
Yeah. With good horses, they go to 30, 54, 30, 34, 12, right? But right now,
look at that. Another horse fail. Wow. And I know there's another charter carriage in the deck. I know there's another sense of emergency.
Look at rumors, yeah?
Oh, wow.
At least they proved useful.
They did prove useful. Useful, lol.
Yeah.
He's not laughing now. And the thing's like, Granada's safe because there's no consecrated ground. The problem is it feels terrible to land from the sea and you don't get points, and then you get points the next day. He needs to go 1, 2, 3. But then if there's a vampire, can he survive 4 days? I don't think he can.
Yeah.
Unless you feed and then you walk from Alicante and then you could be as far up as 54. Or you could still be in Spain. Is that the play?
He can't feed in place because Helsinki is next to him.
Unless he thinks he can take on Van Helsing.
Van Helsing has...
Wait, why did she just move normally?
Maybe she has free to ticket.
But you want to go into Toulouse to threaten the possibility that 2 hunters could jump on you. Surely.
If Dracula feeds and has something good in Alicante, he can take 1v1 Van Helsing.
But not a 2v1. That's what I'm saying. If you get to Toulouse with Nina,
but if he stays
you're
in place,
a 2v1, which is worse.
Especially that if he manages to escape as bad, and we know that Van Helsing can't stop because he has Heavenly Host and 2 guns.
Yeah.
But then again, you get the bad hand, you get the Warcraft hand, and just...
Unless he hides in Alicante and then feeds. It just feels terrible to have to land on the Sunday of week 3 and then have to feed on Monday of week 4. It feels terrible.
It does feel that, but if you have free health and against someone who holds Heavenly Host, maybe he has Plant Ambush, maybe he has Heroic Leap, you need to be above 5 health.
Yeah, especially the fact the way it works is that the hunter doesn't take the damage. Dracula takes the damage first, then hunter. So you can kill Dracula, then there's no influence or anything like that. Maybe you hide.
But watch this. You hide. Helsinki thinks that you went to Grenada, and he used sense of emergency to go there.
Yeah. And then you can do something like Wolf of Alicante, then they don't know, have you gone to any of the South Atlantic ports? Have you gone to Barcelona? Or, again, if Van Helsing goes to Madrid, have you fate to move to Granada?
Well, we assume he's in Alicante. Maybe he is in Barcelona.
Maybe, well, that's true.
But then one good horse is on Godalming and you lose the game.
Yeah. But then, is Godalming going to check? Oh, is Godalming going to check Barcelona before Van Helsing checks? Oh, yeah, maybe. Yeah, if he rolls quickly, he'll probably just go and check it anyway. Yeah. Or do you move to like Madrid because it would be? Oh, I've timed out. Nice. Do you move to Madrid because it'd be crazy for Dracula to move to Madrid? Oh, can you hear me? Oh, apparently not. What is happening to my computer? Oh, I lost internet. Lovely. The joys. Sorry, people. I will. Why has my internet just randomly died? Excellent. Internet, I'm trying to record Fury of Dracula. Thank God I wasn't live streaming. That'd been awful. Oh, there it goes. Discord noises. Oh, come on, internet. Don't do this. I've got Wi-Fi on my phone. What on earth is happening? Oh. Well, this is exciting. Come on. What's your problem? There you go. Yeah, I'm going to have to quickly leave the game. And then run back in.
Check this out. If he didn't use Dark Call, he would be 1 Candles deeper right now.
I apologize. Are you shitting me? My internet died. I then re-left.
Oh, really?
I left the room because I had to reconnect. And I can't rejoin the game.
Okay, try to. Yes. You know what to do? Create a new game.
Yep.
Create a new game. It will then pull you back from this game to that game, and it will be easier and faster for you to go back here.
Oh. Thank you for that. We'll see if it works. Tell us what's happening. You were probably talking about something very, very high level, but we didn't hear it. What's happened? Has Dracula moved?
I mean, I just had the most brilliant comment ever. You really missed on that. But
I'm gonna sit in this game.
Helsing just moved.
Mm-hmm.
Mina uses excellent weather. Go to 1 to Alicante. Let's see what happens here.
Has he hidden?
No, he didn't hit. So but right now. But does it help him? It does help him. Okay, and because Helsing moved to 34, so we know that Dracula is exactly at 26.
Right. Oh, please let me rejoin game. Yes! We're back in. Let's go. I don't know why.
Okay.
It was my laptop because my phone had internet. Fucking weird. Anyway, sorry about that, people. Technical issues. Right. So Dracula's in 26. Oh, Mina's got back. Is he gonna push him in? Is he gonna push her into him? No, she's got escape route, right?
Yeah, but I mean, he has 3 health. And she has knife.
Yeah.
And even if, like, she doesn't kill her at the day fight, So just Helsing joins and they 2v1 him.
Well, night fight, right? So
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but she's being moved at night.
yeah, but
So
that's right.
if he
That's
pushes
right.
her-
That's right. They won't have a combat. That's right. That's right.
Okay,
Oh wait,
escape route is now on Helsing.
interesting.
Which is interesting because you don't want to escape from Dracula, right?
Yeah. Oh, I don't know about that one. Do you
About
want?
what?
Oh, do you not want to leave 48 open as a wolf form location? Maybe he doesn't want a wolf form. Maybe he's gonna go to Kadif.
He wants. Wait, right. Maybe he wants to go to Cadiz.
Oh, has he magically picked up his Fog? He's going to move to Kadif, Fog Van Helsing, then feed, and then he leaves to win.
Van Helsing is right now the most probable person to have forewarned.
Well, that's true, but maybe just have to take these gambles. Or has he hidden in Granada? Oh, that'd be it.
Yeah, maybe he hid.
Oh, he's now speaking Speedy Telegraph. Oh, that makes sense. You could get Seward. Imagine if Seward now draws high scouts.
The last or an ally.
Oh, he's doing it.
3 cards.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Oh, this
So
is it.
this is the move.
This has to be
this
the
is
move.
the move.
If Dracula win. Oh,
Slow horses.
I mean,
Yeah.
well, I don't know why Kadami's moving, because he can't get onto Dracula's location anyway.
Yes, but there's a Dracula event on top, so it doesn't matter.
But is this... Oh, right. Oh, wow, so Dracula's going to win.
We don't know. I mean,
If he
if
moves,
Helsing-
because he's up to 10, so has he hidden in Granada, or has he moved to Kadif? That's the question.
yeah, Vampire Lair.
Or Vampire Lair.
No,
Oh,
no,
Did he-
all stakes are. No.
did he trade escape route, so in case he walked into a reckless vampire, he'd get out?
Yes.
Here goes. Oh!
He's.
Oh my god!
I was assuming he will. Okay.
And he's going to escape route it.
This is escape route. Okay.
Oh,
And does he have heroic leap?
that's the question.
So he has
Does he have heroic leap? Here we go.
or plant ambush.
Oh, here he goes.
Oh no!
Here he goes. Oh,
Heroic leap. Oh, amazing! He did win in the end. That's Captain Gyro for you, ladies and gentlemen.
wow. I mean, Random's going to be fuming. Wow,
What
Gyro
a game.
really got away with one there. Holy shit.
Yeah. And all that renewed vigor for the 1v1 fight with
Yes.
Seward that decided the ending of the game.
Whoa. Oh, that's insane.
And Captain just does that hurt him and left.
And leaves.
Yeah. What a game. Yeah, but what do you do as Dracula? Do you feed and get heroic leap? Are left with 1 health, but then you didn't progress. You're in a worse situation than before, right?
Yeah. I guess in that situation, you just take the punt and think, I'll try and hide in Granada.
Maybe, but then hunters can think about that. I
Yes,
think
yes.
hiding is the obvious move. I think hiding is the obvious move because you have 2 encounters, not 1, right?
Yeah. But I guess the problem is, like, unless there's a sense of emergency, Gadami can never get to you. Mina's delayed, so it's only Van Helsing, and now Van Helsing's stuck in a 50-50. Obviously, if he picked up a hired scout or something, but like if he hired scouts, he's going to catch you anyway.
Yeah.
So I don't think it really. Oh man. Oh, I never. Yeah.
Wasn't he able to wolf form?
Yes, he could have wolf formed, and that's why I was surprised that he pushed Mina into Saragossa. I was like, well, surely you would try to wolf form here, because do you have wolf form available? Oh,
I don't
Or
I
maybe
don't remember.
did he have
Maybe
it?
it was the one day, maybe it was one day off.
You wouldn't use it in the last. Oh wow, I think. It was wolf form to Constanta, and then it was 4 C moves. Right? Yeah, Constanta wolf form, 4 C moves, Alicante. There were 6 spaces on the trail. No, I think he moved to Granada and then wolf form fell off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's right, because we're saying now he can't wolf form from Alicante. So he couldn't wolf form. Oh wait, he went to Granada. Yeah, yes, he could have wolf formed from Granada. That's right, yeah. He could have hidden, moved to Cadiz, or wolf form. He could have wolf form hid.
So... that's true.
Yeah.
Oh, Wolfform hit. If he would have won with Wolfform hit, that would be the most Wolfform hide epic game.
Yeah. And the fact he did it earlier as well, but then maybe Captain Gyro might have thought about that. Oh, because they didn't have renewed vigor. There's no way they were checking off locations, I don't think. Unless they got incredibly lucky with the hide scouts, but I think you just have to take that. You have to take that risk, I think.
But you change 50-50 into... Yeah, and you can misdirect the
Alicante,
Alicante.
yes, because it got ambushed, yeah. So you could misdirect that, and then it suddenly becomes what? Alicante, Granada with hide, Cadiz, Lisbon, Santander. If you push Mina into Madrid and not Saragossa, then that's another one.
Yes.
So that's a 1 in 6.
Well, there's Godalming that checks one of those two.
Well, yeah, of course, but still. So yeah, you're saying a 1 in 5 now for Van Helsing, rather than. And if he just finds you out of a 1 in 5, then you have to say GG. But I think you have to maximize your chance to victory. Yeah. So maybe that's a slight misplay.
Maybe. Because I don't think he should have counted on being able to beat Helsing in 1v1. Not with 3 health.
I'm just asking. The difference between 3 and 2 health is it really? I mean, there's a difference between a knife or a rifle killing you, but you're death's door anyway.
Yeah. It's not like... Okay. But it was really tricky game by Dracula. It was really interesting and very long-term strategic plan by Gyro. We're talking, should he supply so long? But he had so many items, and especially events. He got so stuck on events despite not having many in the early game. He just popped the location with the newspapers, and he just went for the drag, right?
That's right. I'm going to say that I feel kind of sorry for burcmali sometimes, because when you see his scores at the end of tournaments, it really doesn't reflect. He always gets so close to beating top players. He almost beat Mr. Green in the previous league, despite having a really rough start to the game. He got him down to 1 HP. He then night supplied, and he gave him unearthly swiftness, and then Dracula won the game off it.
Yeah.
And then this one, I felt like he did. I mean, Gyro played well too, but I think he did enough to win.
Yes, that is true. Especially when hunters have no renewed vigor and no CG, right?
Yeah.
And Dracula was in a decent shape when hunters were really in pieces.
Yeah, and I think you were right about the whole thing that Cagliari was then in the way they got out of out of these much quicker. Cagliari would have been a really bad, could have been a very risky move because of excellent weathers. He wouldn't be able to feed in time. Yeah.
I mean, we know that he had heroic leap, right?
Yeah.
In a sense, in Cagliari, heroic leap deals 2 more damage.
Yeah, because he has to then go. Yeah. Wow. I mean, fair play to Gyro, got another win, and at his point, the good thing for Randa's perspective, if Randa can keep winning 2, Gyro's IDS per win or per game is not impossible to catch. I think
It
now
is
that
3 IDS
puts
win right now.
yeah,
No,
so that means
it is 1 IDS win.
no.
Wait.
Yes, yeah, because you got to the final week. Yeah, 1 IDS win. So Gyro's only 6 IDS ahead of Randiv, and Randiv has 2 games in hand. So it might be a very strange case where Gyro might still finish top of the group, but his IDS might be inferior to Randiv's.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird. It's all going to come down to that game between the two of them. Whoever wins that is just going to be first place, unless there's another. But Randiv has to still play Spencer. Let me double check the fixtures because I don't want to get this wrong. I think Randiv and Spencer still have to play, and obviously Spencer's fighting for getting into third.
Yes, as far as I can see, Randiv has to play Spencer, and Randiv has to play Captain Gyro.
Yeah. But this is also now really good for Spencer, because the fact that Spencer was already ahead of burcmali, only on IDS, but he'd played 1 game fewer. Now, unless he's played another one I'm not aware of, Spencer is now 3 games in hand over burcmali. So even if burcmali won last night, you know what I mean, Spencer's looking at I've got superior IDS, and I've got like 2 games, at least 2 games in hand, 3 games in hand.
Mm-hmm.
And even if he loses 1, he can win the other 2 and all that sort of stuff. So, yeah.
Yeah. So it is interesting because Randiv game against Captain Gyro, in a way, he plays for first and second game. He plays for first and second place too. Because if he loses, then Spencer can have a chance in beating him, jumping over him in the second space.
Who's this, Randiv? Or Gyro?
Yeah, I mean, if Randiv loses to Gyro, then he will have 2 losses, and if Spencer wins everything, then he can deliver third loss to Randiv and take the second place. So Randiv has 2 really important matches.
But so does well, all of them do. They're all playing each other. Randiv plays Spencer, Spencer plays Gyro, and Gyro plays Randiv. Yeah, they all have to play each other once. Yeah, it's not over yet. This is the one group where first place is not as clear cut. There's a lot that could change here, which is very exciting.
I think that clear cut is only in Group C for now, at the first place. All of other groups has fight to do.
Look at you trying to just take the pressure off yourself. I mean, but you said it. You talked about it before that if WcKaczek doesn't get maximum hunter victories, then you might potentially walk into your final game knowing that you're already through.
Yeah, but I saw WcKaczek play hunters, and
he is a very efficient hunter. Yeah.
Yes, not only I don't expect him to lose, but it is not impossible, but it will be very, very hard and probably some luck to take a big chunk of ideas from him. Like, even my win was like really on the edge with the 5 health, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like not very big.
I guess what I meant by that comment was like there is not a clear favorite, if you know what I mean, for the first place. You know what I mean?
Yeah, maybe,
like,
yes.
Groups B, C, and D, clearly there's clearly one player who has a huge advantage, whereas
advantage
Group
that
A,
others need to do some catching up. In Group A, 1 game, like almost any game, can flip it. Yeah,
because like even though Gyro's ahead by 1 win, if Randiv beats then Gyro in the return match, then the IDS is going to flip into, unless it's like a 1-point victory again. There's only 5 points between them. That was on Sunday. Now it's only 6 points between them.
Yeah,
it puts pressure on Rand if he has to win, but
yes,
if he keeps winning, then
yeah, and also Spencer can help him, right? In this sense, you're right that WcKaczek has much more work to do in my group.
But yeah, if
because
Spencer...
he needs 3 games and
He has to
yeah,
win
and thi-
almost
yeah, and
perfect.
this game was also very close. But I can see now why Captain Gyro is at the top of the group, because he's how to say, but his hunter play is really weird. Like you were roasting him constantly through this game. You were like criticizing how bad of a hunter he is.
I,
But in the end,
I
it
wasn't, by the
always
way.
proved. Oh, everyone heard how it was, so don't like to sugarcoat it. Don't try to sugarcoat it. Yeah, but in the end, it always seemed that he had a plan, right? It
Mhm.
seemed like he did something weird. It
It
doesn't
worked.
maybe much make sense,
Yeah.
but it not like worked because he was lucky. It worked because it was in many ways planned at the beginning, right?
Yeah. And
Or he adapted. Like the renewed vigor turn was really difficult, but then he managed to fight. He managed to even like push back Dracula with CG,
mhm.
and
So
he made it work.
I guess then the question would be, how convincing a win this would have been for Gyro had he actually had good horse economy.
Oh, he probably would have won in the second renewed vigor turn.
Mm. Yeah, because that's really what kind of really caused him the most issues, and it gave Dracula a lot more time. Yeah, and the fact that and that's the thing, like he was supplying so much after the whole Munich thing. But at the end of the day, if those supplies gave you the two chartered carriages you needed, the heroic leap,
Yeah.
the planned ambush, lucky find, well, events win you games, and that's what I keep saying. And if that's what his strategy was, then fair enough. And honestly, like he played well. I mean, I agree with you. I think apart from the whole horse economy thing, but sometimes that can just be out of your control. I don't know what was happening on his side, but he seemed to be doing everything else right.
Horse economy seemed like he was working on it. It's not like he was using mostly rails. It's not like even spies ruined his economy, or he needed to raise somewhere because Dracula forced him. It just really looks like it was bad luck on the tickets.
Yeah.
He worked on them like for 3 weeks, and he was still rolling those ones.
So, but everything else, he was, the second renewed vigor caused a little bit by surprise. But in the end, it worked out. And again, as I said, with just a little bit better horse economy, he could have killed Dracula there and then, or put him in such
but
a
it was good
awkward
enough,
position.
you know.
Yeah, it was good enough. Yeah, that damage was the difference. Yeah.
Maybe that's the thing, It surprised us, and it surprised Dracula. Clearly, he was like in the middle of the continent on the new vampire, right? And we often talk about renewed vigors as the killing game-ending card, but if you wait too long for the end of the game, you end up maybe not using it, ever, and
or you're
it was good enough.
But then you're pressured to using it where you use it really ineffectively. Yeah. Or same with CG, or like Roscoe talks about this a lot. If you hold onto the cards too long, they're just burning a hole in your pocket and you're not doing anything. I still err on the side of caution where at least in myself, I believe that I will get a good opportunity later to play it. But maybe for other players, if you just go on your gut instinct, just go, I'm gonna play it now. And if you have the right tools in terms of like horse economy, and you got decent items, and clearly you did have decent items, or events to back it up, it might just work out for you anyway, and that's absolutely fine. If that's what gets you to win, that's great, and that's fine. I don't mind people having different opinions about when to play Renewed Vigor. It's probably the most powerful card in the game for the versatility that it gives you, and we're going to disagree about when is the right time to use it. That's fine. In the end, it was a very close defeat. I do feel a little bit sorry for burcmali, but at the same time, the horse economy kind of created that it sort of maybe hid the disparity between the two players a little bit.
But it also shows that going to east was a correct decision, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And with the misdirect, with the epic wolf from Hyde.
Yeah. I wonder if he.
And,
I'd be so interested if he meant that or not. But if he did, then fair
yeah,
enough.
yeah.
Because that was very interesting. The fact that he blew the hypnosis for it. Yeah.
But it's still, can you really count on this, knowing that Seward has wax cylinders, right?
Hmm. But I guess
It
like
is.
it's the whole bluff, right? Because like, well, you've played wax cylinders twice, right? You're going to keep checking. I'm not going to hide. I am actually going to hide now because why on earth would I hide if you revealed wax cylinders to me?
And was it that, I don't remember. Was it that Seward moved by rail maybe this turn, so he had ticket to buy?
I'm trying to
Maybe
remember.
it was well timed like that.
Oh. Well, that's a good point. I don't know. Yeah, because if Suit has other things to do other than wax cylinder, then yeah, you can just take advantage of it. Good point. Oh well, that's another epic long game over 2 hours. I feel we've been chatting for a little bit. Yeah, but very good game. Well played, Captain Gyro, and that puts obviously Randiv has watched this, so that puts the pressure now on Randiv, time to get results. And yeah,
And also very unorthodox games. Like we saw a lot of really surprising moves that worked in the end. It's always fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's boring if we all play the same way. It gets a bit dull, right? I think from this whole tournament in general, we've seen quite a lot of really neat from Hunters and Dracula. Quite a lot of like neat little plays that work out. It'd just be a bit dull if we were all the same. Everyone's going to inject their own personality into the game, and also then adapt based upon the situation and all this sort of thing.
Yeah, and personality is important because if you are too systematic and too predictable, player can adapt to you and abuse it.
Yeah, absolutely right. Spot on. That's a good point to end on, I think. Well, thank you very much, WcKaczek, for joining. Always a pleasure.
Thank you.
And thank you everybody for watching. Feel free to leave a like and a comment. In the description of this video you'll find a playlist of all the games. This is coming out on Wednesday. I think there's probably a game I'm going to be playing or watching tomorrow night. I'll come out on Thursday hopefully, and then at the weekend there might be a couple of games which I'll live stream. We'll see. Keep an eye on the Discord or on the channel for any notifications. And I shall see you in the next video very soon. Bye bye.